So what's going on guys, Kades here and welcome back to a brand new video. For today I will show you what you want to do after level 60 in Diablo Immortal. So we will look at the best endgame daily activities that you want to do. Then we will see where and how you can farm dungeons for gear. Then how can you upgrade your character with things like gems, charms, legendary armor and much more. So if this sounds interesting to you, then let's get right into it. So then moving over to the first part, where first of all, before getting all the things that you can do at the endgame, we first things first need to understand how Diablo Immortal gear system and endgame progression looks like. So in general, there are 6 main parts that give your character power. The first part is equipment, and by equipment I mean all the items and gear pieces that you can equip on your character. Each equipment will give you attributes and special passives. The total number of attributes on your equipment determine what you want to keep. The most important stat by far is the offensive and defensive rating, more commonly known as ORDR. Every primary attribute like intelligence, strength, fortitude, vitality and willpower will give you one additional ORDR. In general, you simply want to count up the numbers of attributes on your gear and pick the higher value item. So for example, we have one legendary item that has 40 strength and 41 intelligence. But then we have the second item that has 29 strength, 31 willpower and 30 fortitude. So then we do simple math, and for the first item we have 40 plus 41, which comes up to 81, and then for the second item we have 29 plus 31 plus 30, which comes out to 90. So then obviously we want to equip the item with the 90 value. In general, ORDR aka this value system is not always the best way to go, but this is a simple rule, especially at the start of the endgame, which you can follow and gear up very quickly. So then moving over to the second part, which is upgrading and reforging. So you can go into any blacksmith and upgrade your gear with higher rank, which in return will make your attributes and ORDR higher value. The way you can upgrade gear is by farming bunch of dungeons, and from them you will get items. So the items that you don't use, you want to salvage them, and from salvaging them you will get scrap material, and then you can use this scrap material to upgrade your gear. White and blue items will give you scrap material, then yellow items will give you enhanced dust, and legendary and set items will give you glowing shards. All of these are the same scrap material, just higher level. So what I usually like to do is farm dungeons till my inventory is full, then I go back to the town to salvage, and then I get the scrap material to later use to upgrade my gear. Then moving over to the third part, which are the gems. And gems are used again to improve your stats and increase your ORDR. The way that gems work is that you can obtain a bunch of gems and put them on your gear, but then on top of that there are normal and legendary gems, and both of them will give you separated stats. Not only you can use gems to improve your gear, but you can rank them up as well. So for example, combining 3 rank 1 gems will give you 1 rank 2 gem. So then this way not only you can upgrade your gear, but you can upgrade your gems as well. And both of them basically have same principles. Then moving over to the next part, which is the cycle of strife activities. By moving up the ranks of the shadows or immortals, they will give you increased damage, rare items in vaults and other resources. This is a whole system that I will make a separated video on, but basically you want to do PvP and PvE activities with your clan. Then by participating in these endgame events, you will be able to get better stats. Then the fifth part are Paragon levels. So after reaching level 60, you will unlock a brand new system called Paragon. So then from level 60, instead of reaching level 61 or 62, you will start gaining these purple levels, which are Paragon levels. Each level grants you 1 Paragon point that you can allocate into any open category. In general, there are 5 categories and each one gives you more defense, XP bonuses and much more. And then lastly, for the last part, we have charms, family bonuses and other small features that in Diablo Immortal gives your character improved power by few %. Most of these are meant for super late game, but basically when you reach thousands of ORDR, then the best way to upgrade your character is by not only getting higher and higher numbers, but as well by customizing your skills and bonuses that they give you. So basically charms are a very rare item, and each class can only equip 1 on their character. And these charms have as well ranks, and they mainly improve your skill damage. So for example, this charm will give you for all of your 4 skills 2% more damage and much more. So then moving over to the second part, in which I will cover what you want to do right after you reach level 60. So before you want to do our daily activities and participate in PvP events, we want to finish our quests and dungeons that will unlock our other important activities. So first of all, you want to do the Legacy of the Horadrim quest. It appears with a green background in your quest log. This quest unlocks an important daily activity that boosts your attributes. Then second of all, if you haven't already done this, but complete the main storyline, you must do this to unlock the Hell difficulty. Some players will level by just spamming dungeons, and if you're one of them, then go back to at least the main quest and complete them. Then for the next task, we want to join one of the two factions, which are Shadows or Immortals. You have to visit the tavern in the Westmarch to enter the Shadow Lottery for a chance to earn the Akabis Signet, or then go into the World Chat and ask around for an invite to either way the Shadows or Immortals clans. The benefits for joining these factions are very important, and if you want to do PvP events, then this is must have. Then after that, to gain more starting endgame gear, you want to run few dungeons on the Hell difficulty. You can finally earn more powerful rewards by running the same dungeons on a different difficulty, so feel free to run few dungeons and try to become more used to it, as it is one of the activities that you will be doing for grinding endgame gear. And then moving over to your last and final task, which are challenging rifts, and if you haven't already done them, then you want to catch up on them. So challenge rifts are basically chaos dungeons or the cube from Lost Ark, where you kill monsters till this bar is at full, and then you advance to the next level, which will give you higher difficulty but better rewards. Every 5th level that you complete will give you better rewards, including more experience and more upgrading materials, so keep an eye for that. So then moving over to the next part, where I will show you the best endgame activities that you want to do every day. But remember that daily quests can stack up to 3 days, so if you ever miss a day or two, then you can do them all in the last 3rd day. So then first of all, as soon as you log in the game, open the shop menu and claim the free daily reward. Then kill one monster and claim your first kill of the day reward. This should usually take only about 1 minute. Then second of all, kill the Hell Quarry bosses that you are able to do at least twice per week. If you kill it for the first time, you will get a new trophy and a combat rating boost. That is very useful. Time to complete this will take about 15 minutes, and you can do them twice per week. Then moving over to the third one, which are the daily activity rewards, and which are the most important part of your daily routine. And this will require for you to earn 120 battle points before you can receive your rewards in the codex. The rewards are 1 charm, 1 scoria, and 300 platinum. You can passively complete this task as you work on your other activities, but if you are ever short on time or unable to work on other tasks, then go and solo run the fastest dungeon that you can until you receive enough battle pass points to get this done, and this will usually take about 30 to 45 minutes each day. Then moving over to the next one, which is the Cyclops Chive activities. Ranking up in your faction will give you very powerful rewards. For Shadows, reaching Whisper 4 gives you a huge power boost, and for Immortals you can get the first pick in the vault to get exclusive triple stat legendaries. So for Immortals you want to do dailies, defending the vault, Keon's Ordeal, and Rite of Exile, and then for Shadows you want to do contracts, assembly, raiding vault, and Rite of Exile. Most of these activities are PvP/PvE based and meant to do with multiple players or if you are part of a faction. I will soon make a video on this topic, but in a short summary, you want to join one of the two factions and complete all of their daily faction quests. That will give you gold, materials, legendary items, and much more. So then moving over to the next one, which are zone events. So not all zone events are created equal, but during your daily routine, you should stop whatever you're doing to complete 3 of the timed events, which are PvP Arena in Bilefen, Haunted Carriage in the Ashwold Cemetery, and Ancient Nightmare in the Mount Zeven every 2 hours. They each drop 6 Enchanted Dust, with the PvP Arena giving you a guaranteed legendary item if you win. Whenever these come up, do them, and they should be usually available from 8 AM to 12 PM server time. If you join the event right as it starts, then it will usually take about 5 minutes. So then moving over to next ones, which are Kul's Hidden Chambers. This daily zoned event takes place in the library of the Zoltan Kul. You have to search the library for the lost pages, and once you collect 5, it will form into a portal tome that opens a portal to one of the Kul's hidden chambers. Inside you will face a challenge that can earn you a chest containing enhanced dust and equipment jobs. And here's a simple map that will help you out in completing this quest a lot quicker. Then when you open a portal tome, there is a chance that the Kul's Hydra of the Sandstorm Golem will be summoned. You have 3 minutes to reach its spawn's location. These are world bosses that are open to the public, so keep an eye for that on the public chat to participate in killing them whenever it's possible. If you want to do the daily limit, which is 10 runs, then it should usually take about 30 to 60 minutes all of them combined. Then moving over to the next one, which are bounties, and you can complete up to 8 bounties per day. The rewards for doing are nothing special, but it will give you a decent amount of gold and experience. Make sure you're picking up the monstrous essence while you're completing the daily bounties for extra battle pass points. Similar to Diablo 3, they are short quests that you can complete in open world areas or dungeons, and all daily missions should usually take about 45 minutes. So then once you have done all of these 6 activities, if you still have time, then now it's the time to spam dungeons. This is the best way to gain Paragon levels and materials to upgrade your equipment, which are critical for improving your character. You will also be able to get few legendary items if you play long enough. Most players spam their dungeons after finishing their bounties and faction events, so team up with other players to get them done faster. Each dungeon should usually take about 5 minutes, so if you have time then run as many as you can, but if not then you can skip this activity whenever you don't want to. And then lastly, the last activity are challenging rifts, which will give you rewards and moves you up in the leaderboards for extra rewards. This should not be a part of your daily routine, but for me, when I usually get bored from spamming normal dungeons, then I try to challenge myself by trying to finish the hardest difficulty challenge rift that I can. So then lastly, let's summarize all of this in few seconds. Your full daily routine will take around 2 to 3 hours if you only do PvE, or then if you do PvP then it will take 4 hours. But all PvP activities I will cover in the next part of the video. I would recommend for PvE to prioritize the gated activities first, because there aren't many catch-up mechanics. And then lastly, remember that the cycle of Shaik, aka the faction activities, are the most useful in the game, so you should be 100% completing them every day. So then moving over to Diablo Immortal Endgame PvP, and there's an activity called Battlegrounds, that is an 8v8 event that is available every day for 2 hours. There's a matchmaking system that places you on a team depending on how many games you have played and the win ratio. And most importantly, all of this is solo queue, so you can form a party before playing this game mode. The main idea is that players are split into 2 teams, attackers and defenders. Attackers have to destroy the ancient heart, while the defenders have to protect it, and whichever team succeeds in their mission will win the match. Then the second activity that you can do in Diablo Immortal is the Ancient Arena, that opens up every 3 hours. And this game mode is a free-for-all PvP event, where all players fight each other till the last man standing will win. So overall the PvP is only possible in these specific PvP events, and you won't have access to healing potions, but instead you get to use bandages outside of combat. Bunch of your PvE builds and skills will do less damage against players, so you will have to customize your character specifically for PvP and much more. The battleground matchmaking works with multiple servers, so no matter if you're playing in the night or day, you will always find players to play with, and that's about it. So with that said, I really do appreciate everyone for watching guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, feedback or other good Diablo Immortal builds or guides that you would like to see in the next video, then feel free to leave your comments in the comment section down below. And while you're doing that, please click like, subscribe and enable that notification bell, so this way you could support the channel and you won't miss any more amazing content from me. With all this said, you have a nice day and I will see you in my next video, so take it easy, peace.